Alright, so for what I'm going to do for this video is going to be like sort of like my initial thoughts on the first set that you can probably get through arcade mode. Let's see. Guess we'll go one by one, give me my thoughts on what each card does. And yeah, let's see how this goes. Right, so first we have the first card in the game, basically, that you could possibly get in the set, which is Son Goku. His attack cost is a bit expensive for 7, but he's a berserker, so he's going to be doing way more damage than usual. This ability activates when you link up with a friend ally, and the ally will not take any like stamina damage for 1 round. Gohan, he also links with your friend for 1 round, but instead he gives 1,000 like an attack buff to whichever ally that you buff. It's Goten. Goku had a unit. Now this costs energy crystals. I don't usually like using these that much unless it's like a nuke attack. This guy's unit basically does let me see. 4,000 to whichever ally that you link up with. So it says Vegeta, Piccolo fused with God. That's basically what he does. They get 4,000 for each of these characters that links up with this guy. Goten here recovers 50% of stamina to these allies. That's about it. Vegeta, when he's in attack, he does a lot of damage by himself. Attack cost at 5, that's pretty good. Trunks, he only has a unit, he increases the charge impact of the enemy. That can be useful at times. It usually just depends on how good your charge impact is. It's actually pretty cheap, it's only 3, but it's also 1 round only. Krillin, he recovers HP with these allies, costs 5. Piccolo, he has a resurrection chance, so whenever you die and you have this activated, you have a chance to come back 1,000 HP. I don't usually like these either. I don't rely on them that much. Yamcha, he also has the resurrection with these characters. Don't mind the terrible translations here. Taijin Rice, this would be Tien, and this would be Chaozu. Yeah, because I'm using Google Translate for this website, so. And this is literally the only way I know what these cards do. Tien, he decreases his charge impact speed. I don't actually like this at the moment because most of the charge impact speed for all the characters are usually slow. Unless you're like a 4-star and then your charge impact speed is going really, really fast. Could be useful for like team attacks when you're using those really high, fast charge impact characters. Chaozu is probably the best card in my opinion in this set right now, because whenever you win the charge impact you get 2 ki, but that's 1 time only, so it really doesn't matter though because that's still useful. Kaioken Goku probably might be the hardest hitting unit in the game at this moment. 3.5k, that's a lot of attack for a berserker. It's going to be doing a lot of damage. He slows down the charge impact speed of these characters. You can get that off. Let's see, Goku gives 3,000 to these allies. This Goku does what the Gohan does, he gives 1,000 to his ally for 1 round. Gohan, he gives guard to these allies. Now you see that it says Kaioken, you have to specifically get the character that's listed here. Like it can't be a Super Saiyan Goku, it can't be a base Goku, it has to be a Kaioken Goku. Same with Piccolo, he can't be fused with either Nail or Kami, he needs to be Piccolo normal. The card will specify in the game, so don't worry about that. Gohan, he gets 1,000 guard at the end in the 3rd round, that's alright. Not that good though. Krillin, this is the really good Krillin card. Cause 1, he has this, which is 4 or 5 energy cost. Fighting power usually can translate to your power level basically. He's going to increase that by 1.5 to these allies. And here's the best ability at the moment. Fully restore the energy of allies for 1 round only, that's alright. and he fully restores the stamina of whichever ally that you link him with. Really good character. This Piccolo is also really cool. When you become a supporter, this guy, any round, he can reduce the damage by half, and he can't get stamina damaged. He is really good defensive unit for this early in the game. This Piccolo is alright, but all he does is recover HP 500 at the end of every time when he's a supporter. Yamcha, he does nothing. You are trash. Tien does the same thing as the other Tien, where he reduces his charge impact speed. He's okay, I guess. Chaozu has this unit. It makes it easier to do stamina damage. These characters. Now this guy, he does more damage every time when he does his special attack. This could be good, I guess. Bardock increases the power level by 1.5 to these allies. And every time he gets attack and you win the charge impact speed, he gets 500 to his stat. It's really good. He's a berserker. He's gonna be good. Raditz. His unit basically makes it easier to do stamina damage with these allies. It's cheap, so it's alright. Oh, he's gonna aim towards characters that have low stamina, so it's gonna make it easier to stun characters when you do got this ability on. King Vegeta is really decent. He halves the damage for 1 round. When you make him an attacker, he can be good. This version of King Vegeta does what the Bardock does, so he's also really good. Got this unit, you increase the charge and back speed, you get the point. This Vegeta has a really good defense. I like him for that. Decent attack stat when you got this into account. I don't really like this ability. It costs way too much for what little it really does. This Vegeta also has this type of ability. Really good. This Nappa, same ability. And he got this. That can be useful for some people. This Nappa, he decreases the hero energy of the enemy team now. I'm not a fan of that because most characters can just completely negate this when they do get set into the attacking position, and they can basically recover this hero energy that they lose, so it's Cyberman. Cyberman's pretty decent. He reduces the attack power of the enemy whenever you activate the special move. So there's some usage for Cyberman here. This Cyberman does nothing. 4 stars now. Right. He gets 2,000 more attack towards his attack stat at the final round. Not really that useful in my opinion. However, I do use him for nuking strategies. I will probably showcase that at one point. This Goku's pretty good. I also use him for the nuking strategy. He recovers energy when he's a supporter, and it is doubled. So he's going to be getting more stamina recovery like every time you have him as a supporter, and that's permanent, so it never goes away. It's not for 1 round, it's every time you want to use it. This Goku's alright. He attacks the enemy with the highest power. Can be pretty alright. He's a berserker, he's gonna be good. This Gokhan is probably the best card in the game at the moment. He has the nuking attack, but you need Super Saiyan Goku and Super Saiyan Vegeta. He also has the Krillin ability, which is basically restores the energy of an ally. It's pretty good. You got this Gohan. It's kind of trash in comparison to the other one. Low attack stat. He's already an elite type, so he's going to be doing even less damage. Does have this though. This could be useful for people. This Vegeta's pretty good. He recovers stamina twice as well. Costs 5 energy. All around a decent card for this early on in the game. This Vegeta's trash, low damage, elite type. Does have this though, so it could be useful for gaining that stamina. This guy will do super powerful damage for 1 round though with the allies. He has his own power tree difference, so instead of like 1,000, he's adding 3,400 to an ally. Honestly, I've never used these type of cards. I don't really like it with this type of ability. I don't really like them. Nope. This guy has the fully restore energy to an ally. Could be pretty good. Let's go to the next. Krillin does this ability. 1,000 to an ally. this Piccolo adds guard to the team for these allies. Also does 1,000 to an ally. Tien adds his own power to an ally. Still not good. I don't really like this either. Hercule, or Mr. Satan, adds guard to his allies, to these allies. Android 13, when the enemy attacks, he greatly reduces the energy, the attack and the stamina damage to these allies, but it costs a lot, so High voltage, this is a pretty good ability. It halves the damage, that's pretty good. Android 13 decreases the attack of the enemy, that could be alright, I guess. Energy, so stamina damage is pretty good. Android 14. This Android 14 does nothing. Trash. Increase the charge impact of enemy teams, that can be pretty useful. And you attack the enemy with the least energies, that's pretty good for an elite. Decreases the attack of enemies for 1 round with these allies, and he has 1,000 to whichever ally you link him up with. Android 17, he does the same thing as those 4-star Goku and Vegeta cards, where you basically recover stamina more, I guess. So there's Android 18, which does the same thing. Android 19 has a pretty unique ability, which whenever he gets hit by a Ki Blast, he will recover his own energy if you do win the charge impact. Same thing with Dr. Gero. He also does the same thing as Android 19 with his ability, and he recovers HP with those allies. That's Cell First Form. He has the same energy absorption ability, which is kind of weird because he doesn't really do that in the anime, but it's whatevs. I don't really like his ability either. Second Form Cell fully restores the energy of your team. That's pretty good, but it costs way too damn much. And last but not least, Cell, who does absolutely nothing. He's really just there because he has a lot of HP. And yeah, so far that's pretty good. Characters I recommend getting are these 2, 3, 4, and where is he? 5, 6, 7, 8. What else would I recommend getting? For now, I would recommend either one of these just to regain stamina quickly. And yeah, that's about it for now. And that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching.